Hey Skyrim fans, today we're going to be looking at how this game plays on one of the newer combinations you'll find out there in the wild, which is an i3-2350M paired with a Geforce Nvidia 520MX. Relatively new chip. It's an evolution of the 520M, and it is somewhat faster. So anyways, it's running Skyrim right now. This is a Samsung, a fairly new model from them. Let me read the model number for you. It's a A300V5A. It's an S02. They do sell 305s, V5A-S01s, which are a slightly snazzier case than this one. But anyways, I don't want this video to be too long for you, because I mean a lot of you, if you're out there looking at buying an entry-level laptop, want to find out what kind of games it'll play, and specifically, hey, if you like Skyrim like I do, you know, it's a new game. It's got a lot of resource heavy graphics in it. So anyways, let's start. I don't know if you can see that up there. I am getting 36 to 43, 45, 46 frames per second. With this, it's a customized setting. I start off with low detail and then up the view distances. I'm not interested so much in anti-aliasing. I don't find there's any jaggies really to speak of. You know, this is the native resolution of the laptop I've got running here on the external monitor, the TV. And we'll pop out in a minute, and I'll just show you the drivers and how this is set up, just to be a little bit more precise. So anyways, I'm in the town here, as you know, that's got a lot more detail in it. It's typically running a little bit more resource heavy on your processor and on your graphics chip. So it manages to keep around 30 frames per second, sometimes dipping into the 28 level, also sometimes up to 35, 36, 37, depending on the detail on the screen and the amount of things going on. So very good. This is an entry-level laptop, by the way. I got it for, it wasn't on sale, it was $550 Canadian at Future Shop, which is the equivalent of a Best Buy up here. And yeah, so I mean, you're looking at an entry-level chip. Nvidia has done some driver updates recently, which have helped a lot of their gaming 3D applications, Skyrim being one of them, of course. So now we're out in the wild, outside of a city. You can see we were up to 46 frames per second. Dips around 40. That's typically what you'll find outside of the city. Around 40 to 50 frames per second. When you actually go into dungeons and caves, you'll get upwards of 60, 63 frames per second. So for an entry-level chip, the 520MX is pretty impressive. It's become even more so impressive with the driver updates that Nvidia has been doing. I've got my draw distance up. Like I said, I'm not interested really in anti-aliasing. One thing Nvidia has talked about quite a bit is their full screen anti-aliasing versus the edge anti-aliasing, which you will find in the menu, and I'll pop out in a few minutes just to show you that. But again, here we are, we're 40, 39, 38 frames per second. So, you know, very good, very smooth response to this thing. I am impressed with this combination. The i3 is kind of the entry-level Intel chip in laptops. I mean, it's not an i5, it's not an i7. This is 2350, is the most recent iteration of that. The 520MX. I mean, paired with this, and compared to the integrated Intel HD 3000 graphics that are on the i3, the i5, and the i7, it's hands down. What I'll do another video just showing how the responsiveness is of that chip when we switch to the integrated video as opposed to the 520MX. let me just shoot out very quickly as I can, to probably one of the most intense cities, which is Markarth. A lot of geography, geometry rather, in that city. And just to give you an idea of when you hit an area that's more taxing to the machine, what kind of responses you're looking at. Here's 29, 30 frames per second. Oh, I've got somebody talking to me here. Yeah. Alright. Move on, buddy. Alright. I took an arrow to the knee, so we're just going to move on there for you. So, alright. Unfortunately, it's nighttime. You don't see a lot of detail. But you can see 34, 35 frames per second. 30, 31, 35, 32. So, you know, in a city like Markarth that has got a lot of geometry going on, you know, you still get very respectable rates. I'm impressed with this combination. Okay, anyways, let's shoot out. Just so I can quickly show you where this is at. Quit, give me the desktop. Yes. Alright. So, fraps is running down the bottom. The screen resolution is 1366 by 768, so I'm hitting the max of the laptop's resolution. I want to show you what you're going to find when you're playing on the laptop. In terms of Nvidia's drivers, this is the beta version of the drivers. I don't know by the time you read this if they've actually got a newer one out there, but it is beta driver 301.24. Now, like I said, when I did upgrade this, I experienced frame rate increases of 7 to 15 frames per second. So significant. Make sure you upgrade your drivers from Nvidia when you do this stuff. But anyways, yeah, that's it. That is the Samsung A300V5A-S02. Simply an i3 chip paired with a 520MX, and it does impressive frame rates for the budget price of $500 to $550 for this machine. And if you like Skyrim, if you like gaming, this is a good choice. In the entry-level market anyways. I mean, there are bigger ones, you can spend more money if you really want to go whole hog. You know, it's a desktop, but personally I wanted to get rid of the desktop that was cluttering up my desktop, because I tell you, I'm sick of towers. They're big, they're bulky, they're ugly, and yeah, you can pack a lot in them, but I just don't have the real estate for that. So anyways, that's it, folks. Hope you enjoyed that, and hope that helps making your buying decision a little bit better. If there's any questions, let me know, and I'll see if I can answer them.